Good morning from Sorrento, Victoria. Beautiful sunny morning, and today I am taking the ferry from Sorrento all the way to Queenscliff in Victoria. So instead of doing the drive from Sorrento and going all around the bay, Port Phillip I should say, you can catch a ferry, and I didn't know about that. I was just googling the other day, and then I realized you can catch a ferry from Sorrento all the way to Queenscliff. Instead of driving, I think 2 hours, you can, I think it's a 40-minute ride, and it's something nice to do as well. So drove from Phillip Island yesterday. I've been on the road for a week and a half now, and drove from Phillip Island yesterday all the way to Sorrento. It's such a beautiful area, such a nice drive too. I've been loving driving through Victoria over the last few days. So I'm going to take you along for the ride with me today, catching the ferry from Sorrento to Queenscliff. And maybe this is useful information for you in the future. I am excited for a fun day. I'm spending the weekend in Torquay, which I've been before, and I love that area. Bells Beach. Torquay, it's such a nice little town, nice restaurants, good vibe. It's a surf town, as you probably know. Yeah, so just in terms of the ride as well, for this size of a van, it was $89, including the driver, so you don't have to buy a separate ticket for the passengers for yourself. In my case, just for myself. So $89, it's not too bad of a deal. In terms of petrol, petrol and toll, I think it might be kind of the same price, so I think it's a good thing to do. Save some hours of driving and do something different. So you're invited to spend the day with me today, but before we have to find two things: coffee and a wave to surf. I went to Sorrento beach side yesterday and there were waves, so I'm going to show you the beach. And I'm just essentially going to spend the day around this area here, because I'm right in front of where I'm going to catch the ferry at 2 p.m. My ferry is at 2 p.m. So I have a lot of time to, it's 6:43 in the morning now. I have a lot of time to enjoy the day, explore the area. There's the first ferry is actually going out right now. Alright, so coffee time. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have any issues to find coffee this morning. This main road here has heaps of coffee shops. Anyway, enough talking. let's go get a coffee and try to find a wave and explore the area. I'm excited. It's going to be a good day. The sun is out. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Let's go. Waves up there. Yeah, I don't know about this one. It's a long paddle out and there's so many rocks. It's such a rocky beach. Not many people out, and the waves are they have a bit of size. I was more after sort of like a beach break, easy kind of situation. So we are going to check a place called Back Beach. Yeah, like I said, let's see if we can find something a little bit more user-friendly. I will have another look from the other side, but I think it's a no-go, which is such a shame because it's so nice and clean. But I guess one of the skills of surfing is also knowing when not to go. Evaluate the conditions and making a call sometimes of not going is the right call. I don't have much time. It's already 9:30. I have to check in at 1 p.m. for the ferry. I just got an email from them just letting me know that I need to check in an hour before, so I don't really have a lot of time. Looks like there's a nice cafe down there. Man, what a spot. There is only one guy out, only one surfer in like 3 kilometers of beach. There's only one guy out surfing. Nonetheless, just so nice to be walking around and exploring the area. Such a beautiful spot. I think I've said that like 1,000 times already. But it is. Maybe get down there to the cafe, get another coffee, and yeah, find a spot to go for a swim. Definitely the right call not going for that surf. Another thing that you learn is that the waves always look smaller, even if they're big, from the top. So as soon as you get to the beach, you can see how big they are. And just the shore break, I think it was like 4 foot or something, and there was a lot of energy out there. Not for me at all. So back in the van, we still have some time to kill. It's 11 o'clock. We have to check in at 1, and I'm literally 5 minutes away from the ferry. So we have some time to kill. I think we might make some brunch, breakfast, lunch. And I don't even know what I feel like. Pancakes, a halloumi and egg roll, a smoothie. I don't know. Let's see what we got. The good old halloumi. Eggs and bread. That's all we need. Oh, and some extra cheese, double cheese, why not? Doesn't even close. Too thick. Oh man. So it's 12:30. We got here with time to spare. I'm just gonna go and see if I can check in now, so I don't have to do it later, and then I'll have, I think, probably an hour and a half just to hang around the area and wait for my ferry. Good question. I'm booked for the 2 o'clock, but I was just wondering if you have room on this one. Would I be able to hop on? There you go. You have to ask. So if you don't ask, you don't get. We're getting at 1 p.m. instead of at 2 p.m. To the right, thank you. We even got ourselves a view. Not bad. This is the setup. I guess the bigger cars go on the right and the smaller cars go on the left. I got my own little window here. Not bad at all.
Thank you for travelling with Sea Road Ferry.
And just like that, we are on the other side of the Bass Strait. So nice and easy. Less than 40 minutes, I think. I stayed in the van most of the time, but then I went up just to have a look at the lounge. As you would expect, a bar, you can order coffee or food or have some snacks. Really convenient and totally worth the $89, I think. And now, as my GPS says, it's only 45 minutes to Torquay. One of my favorite places in Victoria. And we are gonna then check the surf, see if the waves are a little bit smaller on this side. 1:40 in the afternoon, still a lot of daylight. It's getting dark so late here now. It's literally 9 p.m. and it is still daylight. I mean, I'm exaggerating, not daylight necessarily, like the sun is down, but you can still, at 9 p.m. you don't need your headlights on, let's say, which I don't necessarily love, but it is what it is. Alrighty, so I guess I'll check with you once I get to Torquay, because now it's just 45 minutes of driving. I'll chat to you soon. Run the time lapse. It looks like the entire world is in Torquay today. Gosh, it's so busy. I managed to find a spot and now I'm just gonna go and check the waves. I'm not even gonna check. Seriously, what do we have to lose? Look at this sunshine, look at this beautiful day. Why would I even check the surf to make sure that it's worth going? What better place to be today than out in the ocean? Oh, the front screen on this camera is quite useful. I just realized. Yeah, no, they didn't have tickets available because at this time of year they're so busy with tourists. You have to essentially just book with like 3 weeks in advance.
It's really been something. The number 3 three-point shooter in the NBA. Durant with the 3. Nails that right there. And Durant.
Okay, so the day is coming to an end. I ended up taking a little bit of a break from the camera in the afternoon, just stayed at the back of the van and kicking back and relaxing a little bit, because at the end of the day I'm still on my holidays and I'm enjoying it. Had a chance to watch a little bit of YouTube, catch up with some of my favorite YouTubers, and did a little bit of editing at the back of the van as well in the afternoon. Went surfing, but it was more like a failed attempt of surfing, but like I always say, the waves are just a bonus. It was super fun to be out there. It was just windy and choppy and just really hard to stay on the board, but yeah, a few failed attempts to ride waves, but still nevertheless always fun. In terms of the ferry, if you're watching this video because you were interested in the ferry and you want to do the trip instead of driving around, you want to hop on a ferry, I'm gonna leave the link for the company that manages the ferry below, and I'm also gonna leave the link for some of the beaches, some of the places that I visited today on the description of the video if you want to have a look. And I think this is a good place to wrap up the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Now it's time to go. Time to find a spot to sleep for the night, which sometimes is not necessarily easy, my friend.